Oh, hold on. There. Does the move up today the extent of it, or expect more tomorrow? I don't think we've really moved up much today. Um, a failure here to break 5,900 by the bulls is pretty fucking bearish, though. Is your brainworm? It's doing alright. Soap, welcome to Dillionaire. Thank you so much, man. Hit me up on the Discord. I'll get you added to the country club after the stream. Hope you're feeling better. I thought I was. I don't know. Yeah, I'm alive. What's up? Just live data today was the bomb. Thank you guys, but I'm not sure how to interpret the data to see a reversal. If it hits a, I'm gonna try and make this easy for you. If it hits a big line and then the price turns around, probably a reversal. We're on the chart at 95, and it looks like it should pull back. Why? Because the big line? Which chart are you looking at? Oh, Discord, sorry. 1 second. The gamma chart? Why does it look like it should pull back? The price doesn't have to move. If anything, I mean, it's being pressured up, right? So they're trying to climb that wall of positive gamma to the upside. Speed doesn't have to anything to do with it. Speed really only matters if the price is moving really quickly. I think one of the mistakes a lot of people will make as they learn to use the live data is not necessarily predicting price action. It can help explain it though. At least that's how I use it. Yeah, don't try to use it, especially not this, as a prediction of price action. This just tells you where things are positioned and helps you understand your levels and risk management better. Like if we were to lose this little positive, see that little fucking little boy right there? Hold on. You guys can't see that shit. Give me a second. Why the fuck is that on the wrong screen? Three. Is that showing up? What a piece of shit. I'm not working on the right screen now. Give me a second. Sorry. Um, okay. So you see this like little bump of positive gamma. If we were to fall below that, then like a downside move to like 58.70 opens up, right? And you wouldn't want to be still in calls. So say you'd been playing the bounce up until this point, and we ran into resistance and then lost the supportive gamma, then you would want to target the downside move. And you wouldn't want to be in calls anymore, basically. So it's like one of the ways it can help you kind of manage that risk. It can tell you, you either want to stop here or you want to go long puts on the loss of that level. Um, but it doesn't predict the future. It doesn't tell you where price is going to go. The charts are, yeah, it's naive assumption. So these are all assuming that all calls are bought and all puts are sold. The reality is that all puts are sold and all the calls are sold also. The naive assumption is great above gamma neutral, but below gamma neutral, the assumption should probably change. Hmm. And we're below the weekly GM right now. So all these calls to the upside of us, if I turn off that, all of these calls up here are largely sold. All puts are bought and all calls are sold. No. Mm. Downside more slippery here. A little bit. Ooh, yeah, a little bit. A little bit of a bump in price there. We can go back to the stock charts. Do you have a timetable for GS release? Days, weeks, months out? I think we'd like it out by the new year, but I don't know if we'll make the deadline or not. There's still a lot to do. I mean, what we have is not production ready yet. Are billionaires going to get a discount compared to the public? I have no idea what the pricing is going to look like still. I mean, we have some idea of what the pricing is going to look like, but we don't know what that's going to look like at scale, so I'm not sure. We're already discounting everything so steeply to remain competitive that it's going to be hard to shave off more without like cutting into money we need for overhead. My ears perked up and shave off more. Nice. Really struggling to stay above. Dollar's breaking down again, which is not bullish. Yeah, it is. I wonder if there's some like soft intervention from Japan right now. Best sushi in New York, like in the city. Um, Nas, Shion, or Koyo. Koyo's really good. You eaten at a place in New York that serves gourmet guinea pig? I can't say that I have. Yeah, failed 95. Tawa? Hmm. I don't think I've been there. Massa's really good. Yeah. Trump appears frustrated as Musk chimes in on Treasury Secretary, adds more names to list of potential picks. Perfect. I just don't want to get killed by Dixie. I mean, opening today below 5,900 was definitely not the most bullish outcome. It could be hard for us to get through this synthetic short. We tried earlier. We might try again a little later in the day as conditions kind of loosen up, but are all those 6,000 calls sold? I don't really know how much there is at 6,000. Probably, yeah. It's like out into the end of 2024. Oh, yeah, and end of December. '90s moderately supportive. Hmm. I don't think much is going to happen here. If we break 90, things get a little bit more bearish. But not a lot. And then pressure above 5,900 could be a breakout for the bullish positioning. North Korea sending more troops to Ukraine. What do they get in return? Fewer people. MSTR is a mystery to me. Why not just buy BTC? Trading way above its BTC holdings. It's a leveraged BTC ETF with no volatility decay. Come to you with this ancient wisdom, boobies. Nice. How's your port doing this year? Good. Good. It's been a very good year. Why so gray? Did Mrs. Carl suck the color out of you again? Wolf of Walgreens, I can't deal with your name being gray. What happened? Are you dying? Yeah, Apple kind of looks like it's gonna break 230. It's the resistance. There's a resistance there. 230.09. Okay, well that was extreme. You didn't see that? All right. No idea what happened. Just gonna boop. Let's make some heckin' money today. I think the money making part of the day might be largely over. I mean, this price action is very yuck. Waiting for the last half hour? Probably, yeah. I don't know. I mean, bulls are pushing up against resistance again. They had a nice little trend day going, and then they fucked it up. They tried to leverage pretty hard out of the money, so now all of their short puts are going to start working against them into the end of the day unless they're able to push the price up more. Making money is never over. If you like to over leverage zero DTEs, how much are you going to over leverage them? Does BP look bullish here over the next quarter? 29.50 is kind of my buy range on it. So if it breaks to the upside, maybe. Curious thoughts on SMCI chart. I think it could break 25 during OPEX. OPEX was Friday last week. It's pretty close to the level I was watching. Nice. Excellent. You mean settlement? Maybe. I don't know. It bounced a bit too much in the overnight session, but yeah, it looks kind of good. I'm still holding SPX calls. I have a bunch of calls on SPX right now. Rejection rates for mortgage refinance, auto loans, highest in survey history. That's got to be great for the economy. How short vol players like to set up the stock to slam it? I mean, it looked like short vol was starting to get squeezed off on SMCI. Like they're taking profits, pulling back, not like they were entering positions. You can always refinance. That's fucking awkward. Is 5,900 a god straddle point? There'll likely be movement over the next few days, right? Or your straddle just gets burned up at 5,900. It's usually really bad to straddle big support resistance levels like that. Ask me how I know. Yeah. Price tends to get stuck at them, which makes them just eat up a lot of theta. Don't worry, that thought is really typical though. So it's market makers make a lot of money off people thinking that. It's much better to straddle or strangle like either side of a major support, like at the minor levels, like 59.25 or 59.75. Because mean reversion back to 5,900 is more going to be more likely. But then, at least half of your straddle prints. If you're stuck at 5,900, neither side may print. I do. I have calls and puts, Sahib. The 5950 is just if bulls squeeze off the synthetic short, which is pretty unlikely, but yeah. We've seen it happen before. Wouldn't be the first time. They're also like 5 cents. Calls and puts. Yeah. Fucking hedgy. Yeah, actually. Daily lottery ticket. Mm-hmm. No, you. What did I, what? Any opinion on Riley recently? I was waiting for them to hear if they'd paid off any of their debt yet, but so far there have been no announcements, I don't think. I think Riley delayed their 10Q. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, yes. What's up, Nuke? What's at Piff? Oh, DM things. Oh, okay. Cool. So you have delayed 10Q. Is SMCI going to submit their plan to avoid delisting today, or what? I have no idea. I don't think it needs to be done today, though. Does it? It's 60 calendar days. Deadline was November 16th. We don't know if they got an extension or not. They'll probably just give them an extension. Is this constant testing of 5,900 bearish? No. You mean the constant upside tests? Yeah, those aren't generally bearish. Bulls are just trying to get enough leverage to push through the synthetic short, and they'll probably get it if they try for long enough. Nuke in my DMs, Dad said I was a better coder than you. Oh, that word wasn't coder, Carl. This is super awkward. Hmm. Is Palantir expected to drop below 55 this week? I don't know. Looks like it found support today at 58. What do I think about what? Was the word cuckold? Mm-mm. I picked up one of those NVIDIA 60s you mentioned on yesterday's stream. I can't wait till summer when that's in the money. That's ambitious. I do agree that would be really cool, though. I seriously read End of Day. I doubt it. It was cool watching big blocks of sold puts come in this morning live on GS. It's fun. I'm glad it's working. It's really cool. I haven't had a good old megaphone for a while now. I don't really call this a megaphone. Replay feature? Probably a ways off from that. We got other things to push out first. That is not a high priority at all. Mine crashed. Can't open it. It's been 10 minutes. What? Your gamma strict? Refresh the fucking web page. It's widescreening. Ah! It is. Hmm. It's still just chopping. It's, nothing interesting has happened. So I'm trying to make this seem interesting. I love when I'm called out on the Sunday stream for my ill-advised decisions, and I don't get to over-explain why I am because I'm a dumb boy. It's okay. I know I have to dump GME soon. You just... Yeah, but C-Mill's a billionaire, so you can just work his mouth like a puppet. Gherk, it broke down by 40 cents. I can hate you guys sometimes. Is Beyond liquid? Yeah. It's not illiquid. Thought Beyond made pseudo-solids. Yep, that's correct. Why no more forced buying pressure on Beyond? AG have short positions closed out. They did a share offering, and then they also guided up, and a bunch of people, like a bunch of the shorts, got out of the stock when they did that. Supermicro delivers direct liquid optimized NVIDIA Blackwell solutions. Sounds like one of our clients is really long SMCI at $500 and we're about to get fucked. I'm seeing new short positions coming into Beyond now. EG today, as it's 4.28% down. It's probably not going to stand under $5 for very long. There's a fuck ton of short puts with that strike. GS is down. It's like white screening. I think Nuke's working on fixing it though. By the way, what's up? It wasn't bad code that caused it. I never said it was. Yeah, well, what's that supposed to mean? Did you pay the rent bill on those H100s? God, no. Crashing GS is the real crime. Here, I have my version, which is still operant. I'll just put it up for you guys. I already feel completely handicapped without live data. What have you done to me? Welcome to my own personal hell. And that's because you are. Is there a lot of support here? What does it look like? No, no. The answer's not really. Oh god, did this go down too? Nick. No, no, okay. That's running. Okay, cool. Wait, I thought you said it wasn't the code. Are you fucking with me? Oh. Okay. Yeah, yeah, okay. I get it. Is it too many pigeon whales? They gum up the works? Roast this guy. What did he say? Hit me up if you need somebody who actually does unit tests. Oh shit. I can't even. I don't, how do programmers roast each other? Don't look now, but SPX is getting spicy. I know. Bro, you can't even see what I'm doing. God. It's back? Fuck yeah. Well done, Nuke. No one actually does unit tests. Could you explain what positive and negative bars for delta and gamma mean in layman's terms? Does the large negative delta at 5,900 mean participants have bought puts? It doesn't mean anything about bought sold. So the MM is short? No. There's a synthetic short at 5,900. Oh, weird. It wasn't me at all. What did the problem end up being? Cloudflare cache? Oh, gross. Also, these are net. They're not so it's aggregated puts and calls. I mean, on the delta side, that just means there's more puts than there are calls at that strike. Continuation, most likely. No, support. A little bit of support here. So we already tested like 82. Yeah, a little bit of support. What level of Dixie breaking down? Do you think we'll see indexes react big? It's a good question. Maybe like 104, 105. That's when things start to get kind of tighter. And we could start bleeding from that point. This is a higher low than this morning, though. Now we've got a bit of a megaphone. We're at the level on the Nasdaq where we previously fell off a cliff back in July. Yep. I'm not gonna say alpha is my new favorite day trade, but it kind of is. Interesting. He's trying to hold 500. Hmm. Yeah. Consolidation on MQ doesn't look that fucking bearish, to be honest. Most companies are usually like initially listed with Nasdaq because it's easier and the requirements aren't as difficult as the NYSE. Nasdaq's not all tech stocks. You're just thinking of the Nasdaq 100. Oh wait, it is Polish. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I can't right now. Ow. Likes have barely broken 100. Yeah. Yeah, no one likes the stream or comments on it. Also started pretty late today. The fuck was that? Too early to predict close. How would you feel about also just right here? Just right here at 58.95. No, thank you. Go fish. Spot stuck at 58.88. We're doing it live? What? It doesn't have the same issue as the other chart. Need to do some manual garbage collection. Unveiling live GSX. Oh, I mean, that's what we want, right? One major issue with the live data is it's taking all my attention away from my real job, which can be a serious issue later. That sounds like it's a serious issue now. Perfect. Now we just need to gamify it more. What's the synth short? 5,900. DLC skins? Yeah, some sort of like indicator gift packs. Like indicator loot boxes. You make the spicy ones really rare. Like, you want to know the kurtosis on out of the money 5 DTE SPX options? One in every 300 boxes. Holy shit, I'm an evil person. 0.0001% chance to unlock buy puts here indicator. Not sure if I had ADHD before 2021, but I do now. It hasn't stopped my career, so I guess I'll stay tuned here. Nice. What's up, Spider? How you been, man? Been laying low, for sure. WTI coming in for 70 again. Is it time? Oh shit, we're getting close to my buy order. Are things getting spicy in Israel again? Legendary graphic skins to change the colors and add effects when the indicator triggers. Ooh, smart. Netflix sure fucked up the boring Tyson fight. That was so bad. He didn't even like fight him. It wasn't a fight. There, I said it. Someone needs to. It was like a shitty sparring match. That one girl got her fucking eyelid ripped off. And then I had to watch that shit. How could you say something so brave? Someone has to, popcorn. The 0DT generally much higher at open compared to close? Yeah, usually. I'm trying to figure out a short strangle strategy. You and every other institution on the planet. I dislike the fight so much. I entered a retaliatory put on Netflix this morning. And Netflix is up how much today? $20. I thought that fight sucked too. It might have been the best fight of the night, but it was still bad. Is it Pepe with Mike Tyson's ass? The super lightweight women's fight was way better than the main event. At least they hit each other. Also, I think we should go over the fact that Jake Paul is not a good boxer. He's just big. I don't even think is he that big? He's like 6'1". Exactly why I chose to fight a 60-year-old. Nah, that makes sense. He's the guy you want to root for when someone punching you in the face, like the bad guys in WWF. Can you toss the actual charts up? Whoa. Hold on. These are actual charts. You know what? Actually, hold on. I can switch it. I know I can't switch it to that one. Nuke, should I tease them? Even more than they're already teased? This is your favorite thing. Alright, fine. That looks nuanced. No, it's pretty simple. What's this? The next step. Blue line has been breached. Briefly. Yeah. Win this. Soon TM. There are like 8,000 charts on this page. I know. It's awesome. What's the deep blue one at the bottom right that's spreading its cheeks? That's put and call gamma, and then notional gex, so notional gamma exposure at each strike. The IV smile for the intraday options. And then you can't see it because my fat fucking head's in front of it, but gamma at spot. There's that little green line at the bottom, which doesn't really need to be there. That's kind of useless. Have you shown this to any of your friends from brokerages? I showed it to a buddy of mine who works at a pod shop. And then he was like, "Do you guys have a professional subscriber agreement?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?" And I was like, "Excellent." Professional data users have to have like a bunch of specific agreements in place in order to use opera data professionally. Non-professional users, it doesn't matter, but professional users, it's a whole big thing. They want their money. We're just gonna bounce here all day. Well, there's a little bit of support to the downside here. So, yeah. Still predicting we close right here. It seems highly likely. Do they get sued? They can lose their licenses for not paying the professional fees on data. Basically, they have to pay a shitload more money. Well, I'm definitely an amateur. No one was questioning that. The true for people that trade at home under their own LLC. Not necessarily. It depends on how the LLC is structured. Can we get a continuation to the downside? We'd have to break the support at 80. But if we did, then yes. Didn't we say that support get established this morning? Mm-hmm. Yep. Right after the 70 puts took profit. Was unable to get a stock analyzed. Nice. During stream yesterday, we were able to look at SU. They recently paid off a bunch of debt and raised the dividend. Suncor Energy. Oh. Earnings per share is doing pretty good. Payout ratio went up a little bit. Let's see. Ooh. Did they pay off debt? Looks like they might have paid off some short-term liabilities, but they're still accruing long-term. I could have used improving at a faster rate there, which is cool. Mm. Looks like their cash flows are picking back up. Revenues are improving. Net income's doing a little bit better in the last quarter. Still kind of in line with the average over time, though. SMCI leaps bought Friday are up 35% already today, so I know I should consider selling for some profit, but the degen in me is saying let them bitches ride to the stars. I mean, if SMCI doesn't get delisted, it's going to go back up in price. Yeah, SU looks pretty good. As long as they can keep expanding margins, even just a little bit. I'm not a big fan of how low the dividend is, but I understand it with their debt burden. Has management made any promises to continue to increase the dividend? We should start a pickle colony in Puerto Rico. Should we? Hmm. Okay, first off, Popcorn, you're going to want to locate the power button. And then you're going to press that. Just put up 2 more mines in the area. One of their competitors' refinery, too. I think that's what the debt came from. Okay. Well, I mean, if those. Yeah, some of the debt may have come from acquisitions. I think some of it's from. Quite a lot of it's from infrastructure. But um, if they can profit off of those purchases, like I said, if their margins continue to expand, then it looks like it could be a good long over time. They seem to have a hard time accruing any significant value over like the $40 level. But maybe that's starting to turn around now. That's just gifts of Anna de Armas. Okay, listen, man. You don't need to tell me what you're looking at on your computer, anything about your search history. What are the blue, purple, and yellow lines on the graph? I don't know. Just ignore them for now. I'm sure it's not reliant on NVIDIA at all. It's just in the same ETFs as NVIDIA. And when everybody tries to go max long on those ETFs to get more exposure to NVIDIA, Upstart tends to move up with everything else in the basket. You hover over your tab in Chrome and see how much memory it's using. 490 megabytes. So half a gig. We slipped to 80 support, but yeah, potentially. Yeah, if it got delisted, the options chain's gonna get fucked. It just burned Danimal so hard in your chat. Oh, I need to see this. There's nothing better than the love that Pickle Jar has for one another. You think Rocket Lab has room to move up based on its options chain? I have no idea. Do you have any data on Rocket Lab? Oh, nuke! The whole fucking thing is down. Out like the main website, white screen. Yeah, I'll have to get back to you later on Rocket Lab. What happens to Pits if it gets delisted? It probably would print super hard. Really getting less negative. Are sold puts taking profits? Probably. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I had to do something real quick. Charm and supportive into end of day, right? Not, meh, not super supportive. What the fuck is going on? GSM Mobile is interestingly still working. Huh, that's strange. One sec. Jesus. Hold on. Is this shit disconnected? What the fuck happened? Not 5,900 is sort of supportive then. We're not above 5,900. So it kind of doesn't matter if it's supportive or not. It's not down. Uh, PS Live is updating on Chrome and on iOS. I can't even get the website to load right now. Find Chrome for me. Try it again. Nope. Now it's loading. Huh. Odd. Failed to mention I banned Gherk. Oh, thanks, man. I feel like NVIDIA earnings should have... Why? Does Gamma Strike work with Netscape Navigator? Probably. Just with Chrome on desktop still dead. Safari on iOS running. Try reloading it again now. Google was sniffing your packets. Jesus Christ. Hmm. $5,900 calls or $1? Yeah, they're pretty heavily sold. I mean, ultimately, Bulls failed to get through the fucking synth short here, and nothing's really happening. They could try again here at the end of the day, but it's a big, big fucking resistance. They'd probably have to gap over it at night, honestly. Since short expires, I think at the end of the month. This synth short was, I'm pretty sure that this synth short was put in place back in, like, early October, mid October. So it's not even fresh. I wish I had that kind of margin. Well, 2 weeks. Yeah, but it can do a lot of damage. It's 2 weeks. Okay, now it's using a gig of RAM. Nuke. That's more like it. It'll keep growing till it crashes. That's usually how those work, right? At least it's still just at 1 gig. Out of memory crash and buy puts. That's what causes the rug pull. There's just a memory leak in the sell puts algo. Holy shit, this price action is so boring. Win puts, last week they were pretty good. Where's building permits marked as a 3-star? It's like a big piece of housing data. But housing data sucked for months and no one cares. It's had like almost no impact whatsoever. Even the big misses. Got out my terrible straddle for $10 a profit. Nice. Did you open it at 5,900, close it at 58.82, and close the calls when we were back at 5,900? Nice. ARB on GME's at 0, and Vol's getting shorted. What's up, Poopy? MOASS tomorrow? No. Who the fuck is Mike Wilson? Is he the Merrill guy? The one who got caught? No. If you had a paid song request, it would get abused. Wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals. Kentucky Senator. Wasn't that the guy who replaced McConnell? I don't really either, to be honest. Why is Domino's Pizza going to 1,000? I'm really proud of you, Grey Pubes. Well done. People probably think Buffett buying a fraction of the company matters. Hmm, interesting. It's not. I don't think it does. Pizza's a staple recessionary food. Didn't Buffett buy into like a franchise? Still think of going synth long on Beyond at 5. Yeah, probably at 5. Which right now seems like an okay entry for that. I'm not in a big hurry. Domino's is cheap and they have other things than pizza. You mean they put pizza topping on other things? They do. You're not wrong. It's like a big part of their strategy is they just take pizza toppings and put it on other carbohydrates. Bimness. Exactly. If you buy a call and sell a call, are you buying your own call? No. You can't do that at the same strike. You'd just end up with no position. It's actually the same carbohydrate in different shapes. I stand corrected. Next, you're gonna tell me the Taco Bell menu items aren't all unique. Hmm. You'd have to ask Dorica. I'm not really sure. I kind of like how cheap bull ladders are when done right. They're very good if the underlying moves a lot. Who's Supreme Pizza? All Domino's pizzas cost the same price. Hmm. Bro. Yeah, you can get any of their pizzas for $6.99. Effin, welcome back to Tillionaire, man. Still got the badge and not paying Apple. Yeah, fuck Apple. One by one, they'll get rid of their revenues. Is there a... Wait. Is there a pizza code using Pi-Fi Big P? No? I'm sorry, but a $6.99 pizza just cannot be good. Not in today's economy. No, it's all toppings. You can get any of their specialty pizzas in a medium size for $6.99. What do you mean no way? I'm fucking looking at it. Go to their website. Nope, it's delivery. You know what's better than Domino's? Papa Murphy's? You mean cooking pizza yourself? Rather that than pay $5 for a slice at some average pizzeria in Manhattan. I mean, average pizzerias can't charge $5 a slice. Are we talking about pizza? Yeah. Not that New Haven shit. Fuck off. Why don't you order one and give us your thoughts on its price quality ratio? It's just a large bread with shit on it. It probably costs like 30 cents to make one. I have a small collection of pizza ovens that I'd never use. It's 31 a firm resistance on Hal. I've been waiting for that to break. It would seem like it is, yeah. My family worked generations in the mines to get the coal for that delicious Connecticut pizza. Fuck New Haven and their dirty ass pizza. $30 for coal dust on bread. Wet bread. Why can't you guys fucking put some extra flour in your pizza so it's not soggy in the middle? Wet coal bread. Yum. Yeah, that's what it is. Listen, I've been to all of your fucking pizza places, and they all suck. Clam pizza, Gork? Ooh, yum. Nope, all of them. They're all bad. Pepe's? What's the other one? Sally's or Susan's or the one that's like right down the block from Pepe's? Sally's. I think it's called Sally's. I don't remember. Modern garbage. Fucking just dirty shit pizzas. Zapardi's was okay, but just okay. I've tried Delegna too. It's I've never been to Christo's or heard of it. Hear me out. Stouffer's French bread, beets. Ugh. Yeah, that's the worst part about ordering New Haven pizza is listening to the fucking waiters say mutts. That's how they say mozzarella is mutts, like a filthy fucking dock worker. So New Haven pizza is like 90% hydration dough. So it's real wet, right? And then they fucking they flop that down on a board and they squeeze some tomatoes over the top of it. Just fresh tomato out of a can. Then they put pecorino romano on it. And that's one of their signature pizzas. That's it. Now you can request mutts or no tomatoes and they dump some dirty clams right on top. Then this pizza goes into an oven that's filled with coal and asbestos and then comes out covered in said coal and burnt because don't forget 90% hydration. So they literally stop cooking it when a little bit of the water comes out and it starts to incinerate. And what you get is a big pile of wet bread with canned tomatoes, some pecorino romano on it, and about a pound of coal dust. Like some broke ass Italian immigrant was forced to use this fucking oven because he had to cook with like the coal burning furnace in his basement. And he was like, man, I really like how all this charcoal tastes. And look at how white my teeth are. He didn't have teeth. Well, after a while. That's why they mispronounced mozzarella. Hmm. In homage. Some New York pizza is trash. Some New York pizza is arguably the best pizza on the planet. It really depends where you go. Chicago pizza is just trash across the board. What do they call schmutz? No, 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 no. That's what they call putting mozzarella on your pizza. They call it mutz. Do you want mutz on that? They also call their pizza a pizza because that sounds fancier. I'm trying to mutz with life later. Yeah, I'm sure you are. They do. The Chicago people don't eat that nasty soup bullshit that everyone thinks they do. They eat like it's like a thinner crust pizza, which also sucks. Have you had good pizza in any other city? Depends on the style. Why can't you guys just pronounce the full fucking word? What's wrong with Connecticut? Say you love Philadelphia, Gherk. I don't. It's a shithole. You're so graphic with your explanations. You really could write a book. I want people who've never had New Haven pizza to understand why they shouldn't. Domino's pizzas are all the same price. What do you need more toppings for? They literally sell one for $6.99 that has everything on it. A lot of places in New York have the right to be pretentious, though, poopy pants. Being pretentious isn't bad if it's just. Was this driven by a deep-seated hate of Dave Portnoy? I really don't know anything about him. I'm not gonna lie, a traveling cooking show where we denigrate local cuisine in front of them sounds hilarious. Just the opposite of Anthony Bourdain. That call has never been alive, dork. For his pizza review YouTube, I think he's from New Haven. I thought he was from Jersey, and New Haven style pizza is what he caters to. Ugh. Can you say these three words, please? Fire Matt Eberfluss. Thank you. Who? SMCI got wrecked. Maybe he is from Jersey, but he glazes New Haven pizza a lot. Connecticut's welcome sign says pizza capital of the country. You guys are just trying to appropriate that because you have nothing else except trees. Connecticut has trees, crime, and docks. He's from Boston? Oh, okay. There you go. Figures. We literally have nothing else but taxes. Let us have it. Eh. And the steamed cheeseburger. Oh yeah, I went to that place too. Nothing like eating a raw cheeseburger between two pieces of toast. The other thing New Haven's famous for. An old fucking hamburger shack. They're not even steamed is a strong word for what they are. Barely cooked. Yeah, Lewis lunch. That's the one I'm talking about. Stop bragging about your shitty state. It's worse than Poopy starts talking about agriculture. We don't even have trees. Looks like SMCI isn't going to meet that deadline based on price action. They dropped like what, $2? It's still up 17% for the day. Aperture XTC, welcome aboard, man. Hit me up on the Discord. I'll get you added to the country club after the stream. Appreciate it. Isn't the thesis of SMCI they produced for NVIDIA? Oh, you mean the like why it ran? Yeah. A firm continuation apply. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday on the stream. Although I think I might have covered most of that ground already today. But it's still pushing up. What a boring second half of the day. I mean, the only interesting part of the day was like the first hour. 2 hours. After that, it's just been shit. Speaking of which. Ooh, shit. Is finding a bottom finally? Hmm. What if I just use bank lending at 10 to 15% on the global economy? Quite a lot. I mean, basically at that point, there would just be no lending. Hmm. BKKT halted again, 123%. Hmm. Target Walmart pair. Not sure if they will diverge. But I think Target is better to be long in, right? Depends on what you think is going to happen with the economy. Target's revenues are based very heavily on discretionary spending. DJT and talks of buying BKKT. What the fuck do they do? Crypto exchange? Yeah. 69, 69, 69, 100% guaranteed top. But what are you talking about? I don't know if 6950 is in the cards. I don't think 5950 is in the cards. Do we really have to wait till Wednesday for some price action? Probably, yeah. I am still poor, even after EPAM. What's tomorrow shaping up? It looks fucking boring too. Yeah, as soon as Trump gets rid of Elon, Tesla will probably tank. So Trump wants no tax on American crypto. So now might be acquiring a crypto exchange via DJT, which is a media arm. This is like how I would launder money if I were an idiot. This is how Trump's laundering money, because he is an idiot. He's got to hide all of his assets in the next 2 months, month and a half. It's not easy. Have you ever seen a poison dart frog and thought, that looks kind of tasty? Yeah, actually. And he flaunted the rules on divestment last time, and it didn't hinder him at all. It's true. Overnight iron condor seems both dangerous and smart at the same time. If we're gonna be flat tomorrow too. I mean, that synth short's not going anywhere. I don't know if we're gonna be flat, but it's gonna be hard to move up. Unless we can gap over 5,900 overnight, which could happen. Those assets are managed in a trust that he has absolutely no influence over, right? Right? No. Any fun earnings to watch tonight? Uh, who's doing stuff? Now. Tomorrow morning, there's Walmart and Lowe's, which are kind of important. Target and TJX will be kind of important. Nvidia is obviously very important. Ooh, UGI's on Friday. I'm calling it now. Close in 8 candles. What a Chad. Holy shit, this is awful. I wasn't brave enough to buy a put at 59.05, but I sold a bear call spread. Give me that sweet 80. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna get above 90. Everything's so compressed here. Maybe a failure is like a little bit more likely, but synthetic short is really fucking up the Bulls' plans. The 1 minute looks bizarre. We're just really range bound. Hmm. Explain interest. It's money paid, or it's the rate paid on money borrowed, or the rate received on money invested or lent. Yeah. Why would anyone need to borrow money? Poor. It sounds like a personal problem. Yeah, it could be. You borrow the bank's money so you don't risk yours. Interesting. This is fucking awful. I don't know if I could inconsistent jazz. What a dumb day of stocks. Well, it's over now. I don't really know if I have much to say here at the end of the day. We moved up to the top of the market maker's expected move and then simply no higher. There's still a big synthetic short at 5,900 that's keeping Gamma pretty negative under that strike, and hence very difficult to climb over. They did make a push for it earlier and failed. Um, no, ultimately ended up just being a very nothing day. But indexes are up, not much more than they were last night, but a little bit. Nasdaq leading the way and Dow down on the day. Dollar fell back a little, which eased rates at the top end of the curve, but not at the bottom so much. The 3 month up a little bit today. The auctions for the 3 and 6 weren't particularly great. I think the 3 came in at 442 and the 6 month came in at 431. So nothing really interesting there. Net long-term tick flows increased by about 100 billion. Foreign bond investment quadrupled over the prior month, and net capital flows also like quadrupled over the prior month. So a little bit of data there at the end of the day. ES kind of bounced back to the neutral range, but failed to break above 59.27. I wouldn't even consider that breakout really bullish. But we do have support, right? And if we have support, then bulls can start to lever things up and try to push back to the upside. And we may see a little bit more of that tomorrow, especially running into NVIDIA earnings as volatility and underlying expands. We may see the indexes move up a bit. Although NVIDIA is the only really important earnings this week, it is arguably the most important earnings for tech that had kind of not a great earnings season so far. Dollar down, yields up a little into the very end of the day, but they did not climb back to positive. Commodities up quite a bit today. Silver leading the way on precious metals, but gold not far behind. Mentioned yesterday on the member stream that gold had probably found a little bit of support on this longer term trend, and then it did get a bounce. How high this bounce goes will really be pretty important. I don't know why that's there. Is this not log? Oh, it is. Okay, weird. Um, so yeah, we'll kind of see where that ends up. I had a little bit of a tough time pushing up higher earlier, but maybe a retest of the upper trend, and then as long as dollar stays elevated, we probably won't see too much interest pile into gold. But if dollar were to suddenly drop due to any kind of interest rate change or something like that, or maybe later this week when Yuta comes out and speaks on behalf of the BOJ, that could set off some fears and drive the dollar further down. Some of which is already being priced in. Correlation, that's not right. Correlation pretty flat today. Uh, with the larger spike on Friday. However, 1 month correlation still kind of breaking down a little bit. 3 month isn't moving too much. Leverage on the carry, fairly flat. Looks like 8.5x, and then not too much movement on the shorter dated end. Forward yield on volatility, however, fell to -2 today. So it looks like they are starting to push down a little bit on those volatility expectations, and that could also be a sign that this bottom is starting to turn around a bit. Move just slightly over 100 still. Skew kind of bounced back a little bit. If that continues up today, that could also be another sign of a little bit of bullishness. We should get a bear rally off of this drop. I'm just not sure if today was the extent of that. Like if it gets hung up at 5,900 and we're just simply unable to push over it, then we're not gonna like the bear rally is not gonna take us higher without um something to drive momentum, like Nvidia earnings. So be careful of that, especially if you're trying to play the downside. Here you can kind of see just how aggressive that suppression on volatility is getting. We're now at 52% correlation between cash VIX and VIX, and I mean a little bit of this is due to the VIX expiration that's coming up as they kind of um, like like VX gets closer to cash VIX and the spread narrows, but not all of this is just the spread narrowing, right? Someone's definitely still shorting volatility really hard. Uh, Fed fund futures now pricing in point 0.4 cuts, 0.44 cuts. So barely up today, like 0.005, no real movement. What the fuck is this? Oops. Spread between the 10 and 2 year slightly down today, but also almost no move. There's not a lot of data this week, so I don't expect any of these to change very much. Um, on the technical side of things, our bounce off of the EMA 30, or roughly off of the EMA 30, has not led to a breakout. It was a fairly low volume bounce that failed to break out. Um, this may be a sign that we get a continuation down. Um, it may not be right away though, but the fact that this bounce is so weak really says a lot about buyers and a range where we would expect to be finding them. Honestly, this down here was pretty supportive. Actually, this whole range was kind of supportive. And so the fact that we're just not getting a lot of buyers here buying the dip is kind of interesting. That might take some time to break down, but I would suspect that that'll possibly break down to the 50, especially if we continue to not find any buyers. That's the 50 MA, which is right around what 5781, and that 5767 test that we're kind of keeping an eye on the daily, weekly. Not very important on the monthly time frame. 5669 is far more important. But some effect if the 67 range is lost. Do we break down before Thanksgiving or after? I would expect volume is going to continue to decline into the holidays. This part of the year is notoriously slow. Just because everyone's going on vacation and, kind of stepping away for a while. And so volume in the market tends to overall kind of drop. Unless there's like a big event or something, like Nvidia earnings. I made 3K this morning and then quit trading like forever. Nice. Walking away a winner. Kicking myself for not getting more puts when SPX is at 6K and VIX is 14.5. Did I miss my chance? Or is vol going to continue to be elevated into Jan? I mean, I think they're trying really hard to turn this around. I don't know if it's going to be successful, but they're definitely shorting the fuck out of volatility. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was another, 6,000 test or maybe higher in the future before this all falls apart. Are you bullish on Nvidia? I mean, last quarter revenues slowed down a little bit. This quarter revenues might be flatter, but there's still a chance they beat. Next quarter, I think there's a chance they miss. I don't really think there's a chance this quarter that they miss badly, but the market may not react positively to you know, continued decline in expectations, right? Nvidia's again priced for perfection, so anything that falls short of that, or changes those forward outlooks, is gonna cause people to sell. No problem, Sean. All right. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Later.